Hi there and welcome to the Neckpour. My name is Lewis and welcome to the Whiskey Review channel where I give you my thoughts and opinions on a particular bottle of whiskey from the Neckpour all the way down to the dregs. You join me here for the first episode of a new little series I want to run called the Bottle Battle. We're starting off today with two English cask strength heavy hitters, both distillery exclusive, both hand filled by me, and I think it's the perfect way to start. Before we go any further, I would just like to say, please do drop me a like if you're enjoying the content. Drop me a comment below if you've got any thoughts on these bottles, the distilleries, or there's anything you want to see me review. And if you've really enjoyed the content, please do hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you're notified next time I post. But without any further ado, I'm just going to pour myself a little measure of both of these and we'll have a little smell, a little taste and see where we are with them both. To give you a quick rundown of them, firstly, there's this one from the Cotswolds. It's a 7-year STR cask, cask strength, 55.4%. And to see my first impressions in the Neckpour, it'll be up there. And secondly, in the blue corner, as it were, it's an English distillery hand fill, 10 years in American oak. Again, cask strength, a slightly higher, 58.8. And again, the Neckpour of that one will be just up there. So yeah, these both hand filled by me at the distillery and both really, really nice whiskey in quite different ways. This one from the English is just a classic bourbon matured whiskey. It's light, it's caramel, lots of oak and leather, lots of vanilla, and yeah, really lovely. It's punchy though, just a shade under 60, and for me it does need just a splash of water, which I'll add now, and we'll give that a second just to relax, get to know each other while we move on to the Cotswolds. As you can see from the colour, loads darker, coming from the STR red wine casks. This is a single cask of. On the nose, lots of apple, red fruits, plenty of tannins, but in a subtly different way. And you can smell that it's a little bit younger. Giving it a sip, it's got all those hallmarks of an STR cask. Dark, astringent tannins with lots of red fruit, and again, the apple holds wonderfully through it. Despite only being 3% lower in ABV, I actually think this one sits a lot better at its proof. And really, that 55 is actually a lovely spot for that whiskey. And it, to me, doesn't need any water at all. But being in that STR cask, I'm not sure how much longer you want to keep it in there than that 7 years before it started to over oak for me. Whereas this bourbon cask on this side is just added so much complexity and richness to the whiskey. Moving back over with a little bit of water added. Really tempers it down. And that's just wonderfully complex, but still a very classic unpeated bourbon matured whiskey. And I mean, obviously, as you can probably see, this is a smaller bottle. This is only a 50 cl here, whereas this is a full 70. But for these kind of things, these more premium whiskies from a distillery, I think the 50 cl is actually a really great size, or 20s, or 37s, or 35s, whichever, because then you can go and you can treat yourself to a couple more sort of exclusive things without absolutely breaking the bank. This was, I think, 120 although we got it on a good deal with a couple of other bits from the shop, whereas this was only, I think, £60. So in terms of value, the English is winning hands down over the Cotswolds. But in terms of flavour, it's a much closer run thing. It's got a lovely, I love that Cotswold signature, that apple and grain. It's just staggering. The STR cask pairs so well with their spirit, and all of that tannins from the red wine just layer so nicely with that. But as I say, another year in cask, and I think that'd be overcooked for me. That's about perfect where it is at 7 years. Whereas this, at 10 years, you can really taste the age. And there's a much, almost, although this is 100% unpeated, when I went in here, there's actually 2 handfills on sale that day, a peated and an unpeated, and this is 100% unpeated. There is from a super heavily charred bourbon barrel, there's a lovely kind of almost smoky little kind of hint just there, which has a wonderful depth of flavour to this one. And for me, I have to say, for this first bottle battle, despite Cotswolds being a very special distillery to me and one that I hold very closely in my heart, I think I'm going to have to go for this one. I think the English distillery takes the cake here. That's an absolutely staggeringly good whiskey. And at the price, it's fantastic. I mean, they're a distillery. Till trying this, I'd only maybe tried a dram of their whiskey, but it's definitely on my short list of places to go back to get into the distillery. Super friendly folks there. Really enjoyed our little trip. Didn't even have a tour or anything. Just popped in, quick coffee in the cafe, and a wander around the shop. But I'd be really keen to go back there and pick something else up. Again, I wholeheartedly recommend both of these to you guys. Again, this one, hopefully you get a bit of a deal on it, because on its own, it's quite expensive. But if you ever see any English distillery whiskey come across your plates where you are, I would wholeheartedly recommend this to you. Absolutely cracking whiskey, really enjoyed it, and can't wait to record the dregs when I finish the bottle, because I know it's only going to get better from here. Until the next time though, I would just like to say thank you so much for joining me today. Again, if you have enjoyed the content, please do drop me a like. If you've got any thoughts on either of these 2 bottles, the distilleries, or there's anything you'd like to see me review, please do put that below in the comments. I'll be sure to get back to you on it. And if you want to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you're notified next time I post, that would again be hugely appreciated by me. But other than that, until the next time for another episode of the Neckpour, the Dregs, another bottle battle, or just my thoughts and opinions on whiskey, I'd like to say cheers, Salancha, and I'll see you again.